I'm so thrilled to give the spotlight to Pumpkinhead, as this has been a very sentimental horror movie to me ever since I was a little kid. Pumpkinhead is a 1988 horror film starring Lance Henriksen as a grocer who loses his son in a deadly motorcycle accident and in a fit of rage summons a demon to carry out revenge against the group of young people. It started out from the De Laurentiis Entertainment Group and was based on a poem by Ed Justin. The producers approached the legendary Stan Winston about doing special effects, but Winston thought the script was a great opportunity for it to be his first film as a director, and it was also co-written by first-time writer Gary Durante, plus Mark Patrick Carducci, previously of 1986's Neon Maniacs. With Winston's experience, he could keep it from going over budget with its effects, plus the mood he kept on set made it all a fun experience for everyone. But since he was busy with directing duties though, the effects team here consisted of Alec Gillis, John Rosengrant, Shane Mahan, and Tom Woodruff Jr., who was also in the suit. And Woodruff would later do creature effects on Starship Troopers, Mortal Kombat, Tremors, and body effects for Death Becomes Her. This one is important to me because yeah, it's an awesome movie for sure, but it was also the first horror movie that I ever received as a gift on VHS. One of my classmates in 5th grade gave this to me, and this is still the same copy right here. It hasn't gotten scuffed up over the years, by the way. It was like this even when I got it. Like it was actually found in a pumpkin patch. I'm so used to this cover that I know it way more than I do the actual poster for it. I went to a religious school, by the way, so one of my friends who I was eating lunch with looked at the tape and was like, "You shouldn't watch this. I can tell by looking at it, it radiates pure evil." Wait till you see my copy of The Night God Screamed. I don't know if he's gonna stumble across this video or not, but it doesn't matter because we're watching Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead will be a movie so fierce, even Leo the Lion has branched from the MGM logo and into Lion films. But it could be jolly too. We've got music by Richard Stone of Animaniacs and Tasmania. A character named Pumpkinhead will fit in perfectly with those. They went in a different direction making a movie out of Pumpkinhead Martin. It's a very well shot movie too, with cinematography by Bojan Bazelli, of thrillers like California and Deep Cover, plus big budget action films too. The opening is set in 1957. I've been watching too many Porky's movies recently, so it's good we're seeing the kids say their prayers, lest they end up destroying a hillbilly nightclub. Here we meet the young Ed Harley. It ain't out of the ordinary for Dad to come back smelling like moonshine piss. It is a gothic horror movie. I know it's in the South somewhere, but shot outside LA. Plus, you'll always be afraid, too.
Will it be all right? Should I be afraid?
You'll be fine. This is why you don't go outside in the woods in 57. You stay indoors, read scripture, and toss Dexter the Demon comics on the fire. I'd say Pumpkinhead is a credible threat. Clayton, the man outside, is played by Dick Warlock. We've already seen Michael Myers versus Pumpkinhead, and Pumpkinhead is making Michael shit his pants. The demon was raised because Clayton was accused of killing some girl. Going along with the theme of vengeance as one of the working titles was Vengeance the Demon. Pumpkinhead is the better title, and I like that they didn't want him to have an actual pumpkin for a head. He's named that because he comes from a pumpkin patch, so now Linus is extremely glad the Great Pumpkin never rose. And then Ed grew up to be Lance Henriksen, now setting fire to Doonesbury Comics. He's a single dad to his son, Thomas J., Billy, played by Matthew Hurley in his only acting role. It's also one of the first lead character roles for Henriksen, too, easily making up for how much he was cut out of Damien the Omen 2. He does seem like a fun dad.
I made you a present.
You did? Oh, well. Now this is something.
It goes around your neck.
Oh, phew, thought this was some Blair Witch shit. I love Henriksen. He's got that cool, intense-ass voice, but can also be a really lovable dad on film, too. But prepare for the young folks coming to town. Nothing good will happen with good-looking young people driving somewhere out of town. See, they even happen upon a grocer who isn't serving human meat, and they're still screwed. Watch this.
Wait, Steve, pull over.
What?
I want to take a picture of this.
Hey, these people can get pretty weird, Trace.
They also made the right decision of not picking up the hitchhiker. They're still doomed, despite a warm welcome.
Whoa. That's not
Whoa!
The dog just simply recognizes him. That's John D'Aquino, who played the movie star on Tequila and Bonetti. There's open fields, and they're stopped for 5 minutes. I mean, you gotta get out the dirt bike and impress the dog, I guess. And then the boxcar children show up, only if they didn't know what photographs are.
Hey, can I take your picture? There you go.
Well, she owns your soul now. Even within the family, there's gotta be bullies. It's a small area, they make do.
Bolted doors and windows barred. Guard dogs, so keep away from Pumpkinhead.
Stop it! Stop it!
We are having a family moment!
We've got him pretty scared.
Pumpkinhead.
Right.
The moment is past, Daisy May. I do like their chances. Michael Myers may be dead, but Jeff East was the young Clark Kent. Superman can stop Pumpkinhead. As for Joel Hoffman of Slumber Party Massacre 2, don't know if I like his chances. Really though, if we look at the tape, sure the bikers are asses and all, but really it's the dog's fault the kid has a very small amount of screen time. Ugh, gotta get to the pet cemetery again for both Billy and the dog. Different reasons. So I've always really dug the hell out of this movie anyway, but watching it now, it hits so much harder after having a son. And that's a compliment. You watch it and you're sad and angry between one of the writers being drunk and them driving away, Henriksen having to comfort his son, and also this look he gives the guy who stayed. Christ, you feel his rage freaking deep in your heart. Also, I'm not entirely certain they picked a safe cabin to be in. That's literally the Jarvis house from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And with Gypsy being the same dog who was Barney in Gremlins, it will be Barney and Gordon who can defeat the evil. What helps sell the intensity too, between Joel wanting to hide and others wanting to get help, is that the acting all around is quite good. They've got the dissenters locked in the closet, but Steve's back. There's no need to worry.
I think everything's gonna be okay.
Really?
Yes.
You tell him what happened?
I told him it was an accident.
And?
And, he was fine. We'll take a break. There's gotta be someone from Thieves Landing who could help out Ed.
It's him, Danny. He's here!
We're back, and it's good Bunt has been turned into a real boy. Brian Bemmer was Pino in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. If the Blue Fairy isn't around, he can tell Ed where the old witch in town is. What good is having a witch in the woods if you can't visit her to get revenge on city folks? One of the things Winston wanted to do, too, was give the characters an all-around darker and more threatening look, specifically Pumpkinhead and the witch, turning all of your favorite Looney Tunes characters into stuff of grim fairy tale nightmares. I don't know what my my friend in the 5th grade was talking about. This isn't evil, it's just science. Look! For each man's evil, a special demon exists. We also learned about that in school from Carmen's Satan Bite the Dust video, where he shot the demons of alcoholism and gambling. Damn, Haggis the Witch does feel real. So much so, actress Florence Schaffler stayed in character the entire time she was in makeup. Must be why it's also her IMDb picture. You do very much put yourself in Ed's position watching it. The look of the cabin and the sinister vibe from the witch herself all says this may come back to bite me in the ass later, but you do get looking past that in a moment of desperation for revenge, no matter what she asks for.
Bring it back here. Some things I gotta do to it.
I have to feed it its scrambled eggs and bacon sandwich so it can have its protein for the day. This is really all just a ploy for the witch to sucker people into going to the pumpkin patch and digging through graves to find her set of house keys she lost 30 years ago. God damn, the set design in this too is crazy spectacular. Earth is working overtime and keeping whatever the hell is in here buried. I think they've all calmed down in the cabin though.
When we get out of here, Joel's gonna be carrying his balls home in a knapsack.
That's nice. Let me out. Let me out! Or stay in. It's scary outside, too.
Bring it here.
Did you find my Dukes of Hazzard keychain? When he has to use his own blood to bring about the demon, he feels it best not to point out to the old woman that it is far past time to take the Christmas lights down. In fact, this is more of an October film, but like I said, given he doesn't actually look like a pumpkin, I don't feel like I'm committing an act of betrayal in watching it in May. What she doesn't tell him is that Ed and Pumpkinhead are now linked, and he will experience just what the demon experiences. Oh my god, just like E.T. And it's a horror movie, so there will be visions.
What'd you do, Daddy?
I said blame the dog. Plus, what did I tell you about Steve being doomed? Don't be the first to go outdoors. Oh god, seeing visions, seeing drill guitar equipped rocker from the 50s. I do like though that Joel finally does sober up and is like, yeah, I really should let my friends out and turn myself into the police. Too late, you son of a bitch. We're gonna need more people to go outside and more prayers and more booze. So, we're still good, right? Also, I think Pumpkinhead can control the weather, and I do like that so far, the bigger conscience you have, the more Pumpkinhead will get to you first. No one said Ed would be feeling all of this, but not like he was just gonna go home and go to bed anyway. He'd probably have some fever dreams regardless. The witch has some explaining to do.
It'll pass, Ed Harley.
The restroom is the second door on the right. That was a quick turn. Ed's already regretting this hardcore and vows to stop the demon himself. It's the only way for him to get a good night's sleep, because he's got a full day of writing Billy's obituary tomorrow for the Sunday Funnies. Is he also seeing Pumpkinhead toy with them? Maybe being a human puppet is exactly how she wanted to go. This demon is gonna look Joel right in the eyes first. I know you, don't I? What is it? Yes, Todd Gack from Seinfeld, that's right. It's his chance to become a hero and save his friends. Well, F that! I hate heights! That's way too far up! See? I would have fallen if I went up there! Now it doubles back to the beginning, where people in town are very, very used to not bringing inside the anxious traveler who has a demon wanting to drop them from a tree. Let's take another break. They're gonna be hearing a lot of "get the hell off my land and stay away from my daughter." A special shout out to Patreon, who overwhelmingly voted to make this an episode. It wasn't even close and remained in the lead the whole time. If you too would like to vote on Snob episodes, current movie reviews, and see episodes in advance, including installments of 1984 in film, contribute to us today at patreon.com/thecinemasnob. Now let's pick up in the conversation we left off.
Folks, he's marked.
Marked? What do you mean marked?
Probably something to do with that thing. When in doubt, you should try shooting it. There's always a chance. I bet it's dead.
No, Joe, you don't know if it's dead!
It's dead.
See, that thing can't take a shot to the head. I don't know, I think it's still dead. Sadly, Joel is no more, though I would have liked the irony that Joel would have been the only one who survived. Really, a demon loose and killing people hasn't exactly made the locals' night any less bleak looking. Have y'all tried a thing called electricity? Bunt's gonna sneak out to help, though. Not that he cares all that much, it's just that there's literally nothing else to do in this town. So find the scariest church in the area. Here, this looks like it could double as the post-apocalyptic church from the day after. He has all the answers.
What do you know about that thing that's after us?
It's some kind of demon.
Oh, thanks. I thought it was a chupacabra. Not only are the shots really cool, but you're also constantly looking in the background for it to show up. I love when an 80s horror movie is lit like the heavy metal music video tie-in will happen at any minute. If this were a music video, I doubt my religious school would have liked that either. Just saying, we've already proven that Carmen shooting it won't make a difference. This demon is so serious about vengeance, he destroys the motorcycle as well. Pumpkinhead also stands out in the era that it was made, too. In a time when vigilante movies were very popular, which I love all of those movies too, this one goes a different route by very much being a tragic, anti-vigilante morality tale. We see what's been done wrong to the man, empathize with him, understand what would go through our head to want to summon the demon, but in doing so, it causes a shit ton more collateral damage by destroying people who were innocent in the matter. It literally eats away at Ed's soul as he can see the downside of what he's caused. And no one in the town will help him either. And most importantly, no matter what happens, none of it will bring his son back. However, he can still be a badass.
But I'm gonna send it back to wherever hell it come from.
I mean, it is what the Exterminator would also do. But every once in a while, there's some minor flaws in the flick. Like, I don't know why that needed to happen. Pumpkinhead presents its story as having people that you root for, but also having no heroes necessarily. This is a man so linked with rage and revenge that the last act also has he himself taking on the look of a demon to use it against Pumpkinhead, and it takes ending his own life to destroy it. But the death of Ed and Pumpkinhead doesn't mean you won't see Lance in a couple of the sequels further on down the road. See? This must mean that Ed's corpse will have to be the one dug up by someone else who gets pissed off at city folk. After the De Laurentiis group went bankrupt, the movie was put out in a limited release by United Artists, where it wasn't a huge hit, but with its solid reviews and great monster, atmosphere, and effects, it became a nice cult hit, and that means it can be a franchise if the budget's low. Pumpkinhead 2 was released direct-to-video in '94, and there were a couple of TV movie sequels like Ashes to Ashes in 2006 and Blood Feud in '07. There was a 1993 comic book, a 1995 video game, there was a build-up model in '91, and they're even talking about rebooting it too, which is no surprise. Wait, I'm gonna have to talk about the sequels too, aren't I? Better check to see if I have those on VHS as well. Oh wait, I don't.
You can go now, Ed Harley.